All right, gang, today we have an interesting topic, whether we take heel leads or ball/toe leads in West Coast swing. So we're gonna talk about this. This actually came up over in our other channel, Social Dance Online, relative to two-step. So if you're interested in our thoughts there, you can watch this video in the corner, but let's start talking. So we're talking mostly for the followers, right? Because 1/3 of our basic is 2 walking steps for the followers, and obviously leaders would have a real hard time going back heel first, right? So leaders obviously are moving back with the ball of our feet. But for the followers, you have a choice coming forward. So let's start with this question, Megan. Do you take heel leads or ball leads in West Coast swing?
I technically take both. It just depends on some things.
Well, that makes this video useless. We're trying to help people out here. No, I'm just teasing. So explain to me the thought process between the heel lead and the toe lead and what we teach in general as well.
Okay, so starting out, heel leads are way easier to maintain your connection. So if you're going heel to toe, it's going to keep you a little bit more weighted back as you keep progressing. And you can maintain that very easily.
So we teach most of our beginners to take heel leads. Now the reason why is just what Megan said, right? It's easy to track my weight through my foot from the heel to toe because that's natural, right? Now,
that's what you do every day.
On toe leads, here's where it becomes difficult. Miss Megan, you can chime in. If we take a toe lead, right, we peel this foot up and we keep it attached to the floor, right? I'm not actually walking onto my toe. And this is why we don't teach this to our beginner group class students, is because as I pick this foot up, right, and I place it down, I would still need to connect my heel so that my weight tracks from the heel of my foot through the ball of my foot off my toe, so we maintain that constant connection. Now, I think this is why Megan says with our backgrounds in other dance styles that the articulation of the foot for a lot of the higher level dancers is good enough that she can connect that toe, reconnect, and you notice as I put my whole foot down that she's not over the toe yet. She's able to track her weight through the foot. As I place my foot, so does she, but the weight will still track from the heel through the midfoot to the ball of the foot, right? So I think the general rule is for newer dancers, it's easier to go heel leads forward, right? But the toe lead is very technical dancer. If you have a background in something else, you might actually prefer that. I think that's one of the reasons that Megan does.
Yeah, ballet background. For sure, you're always going to want to take your toe leads, but especially if you have other dance background as well.
The awareness of your feet, right? But if you're just walking in a West Coast swing class, you've never danced before, you're trying to figure out walk, walk, triple step, and why it doesn't seem to match the music, the heel leads are a good way to go because it's natural, right? If I'm moving back, and then we're going to talk about the leaders specifically. If we roll back, right, toe, we lower the heel and we move through the foot, toe, we lower the heel and move through the foot. We're going to actually promo a cool video after this called Rolling Count. You can get it right here, which is going to be a big description of this. We'll talk about that in a second. So leaders, when I go forward, I do have a chance in my basic 1, 2, 3, and I have a choice to go forward on the ball of my foot if I'm using a sugar push, right? Or I have the choice to go through the heel of my foot. And which one do I use? Both. That's what's great about West Coast swing. It's what I call a street dance or even a cult dance, because those of us who get involved in it really love it. You go to a West Coast swing convention, they play a waltz and everyone West Coast swings because that's what they see, right? So we love this dance. It's a street dance. So the cool thing is there's no right or wrong. The principles of tracking your weight through your foot are important, but even from the leader's standpoint, if I go forward on a heel lead and I track myself through count 4, 5, and 6, that's valid. If I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I connect my foot and I track myself through my foot, that's valid as well. Speaking of tracking through your feet, there's an amazing concept called rolling count, which is going to talk about the foot moving underneath the body to stay smooth and rhythmical in West Coast swing. It's an old concept. We didn't make it up, but you want to watch that video right here.